Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome to the channel. I hope you all alright and having a good day. We are here today to do another episode of Oculus Quest Showcase, my weekly show in which we're looking at all the upcoming Quest games. The rules are simple, every game got to be confirmed for Quest, also the footage you might see from PC VR version or flat version, but that's only because there is no Quest footage yet, but I will tell you when that happens. With that out of the way, let's just get started. And today I would like to begin from Fore VR Bowl. The game should come out around June time, it's already in Oculus Quest Coming Soon section, and this is your VR bowling games in which you can collect some awesome bowls for bowling, probably different colors and looking cool, but also apart from that you'll be able to play online with your friends. So if you are a fan of bowling games and you want to add another one to your VR bowling games collection, then Fore VR Bowling might be just for you. The next game is the Swordsman. Now this is some good news about the Quest version. They already prototyping the Quest port. So if you like the games like, I don't know, Blade and Sorcery or Hellsplit Arena, and you wish you could play them on Quest but you can't, then Swordsman is as close as it can get. And the game since release on PlayStation VR and PC had tons of updates, so they still working, they still adding stuff, they gonna add grappling and stuff like that, but it's already quite advanced VR slasher. So definitely if you want some physically based combat games, you want more of them, maybe you already play through Gorn multiple times, then this one definitely gonna deliver some good things for you. Now, the another game I want to talk about is well anticipated Stride, coming from the developer Joyway. We've had some very good news from them lately. Basically, even though they've been working on Quest port, they've been prototyping it, they will be doing Quest beta soon, but now yesterday they announced that they was approved by Oculus, so they've got green light, they good to go, and they will deliver Stride for you. So they're working on PSVR version, but also now they're working on Quest version, and also they will be adding story mode to the game, but already with the free game modes that this game got, it plays pretty cool on Quest without wires. I'm sure Stride gonna deliver big time. Hugely popular on PC and soon to be very popular on other VR headsets, which is very nice news and a very good successful story for this developer. And here we have some more footage from Zenith. Everyone waiting for this MMO RPG, the developers still working on it. I think they're gonna start alpha soon for those people who pre-ordered the deluxe edition, so you'll be able to try it and play it. Of course, Zenith is a game very heavily inspired by the likes of Final Fantasy, which it shows in the gameplay and the world. The game looks great, gonna work on all the VR headsets, PC VR, PlayStation VR and the Quest. I do not know if it's gonna have crossplay or not, but I definitely gonna try to find out and let you know. But those of you who supported the game on Kickstarter, those of you who really want to play it, the game getting closer and closer, and soon enough, once alphas and betas are done, the developer will release it and all of us will be very, very happy. Okay, next game, let's check out some footage from Resident Evil 4 VR. The developers very nicely explained it during Oculus Quest Showcase, so I don't want to yap too much, but definitely VR version is a big improvement over the flat one.
The most obvious differences between playing RE4 in VR and on console is the shift in perspective and interactivity.
Only on Quest 2 will you be able to play RE4 from Leon's first-person perspective. And the touch controllers will allow you to interact with the world in a fundamentally new way from how it's played on console. For example, items and weapons have been re-engineered to become physical objects that players can interact with, so that you can pick up things like ammo, keys, and treasures, as well as load, aim, and fire weapons in VR. You'll also be able to switch weapons by grabbing them off your body instead of going into a menu. And you can wield separate weapons with each hand. Even RE4's famous menu is no longer a pause screen. It's an interactive tool. A ton of effort has gone into making weapon interactions smooth, satisfying, and responsive, including two-handed weapons like shotguns and rifles. Let's talk about the movement system now. We didn't want the shift from third to first person to change the fundamental way Leon moves or collides with the world. You'll still move in first person by using the analog stick, but Armature has added a full upper body rig on top of Leon's character to combine his movement with the dual-handed interactivity achieved with touch controllers. If you don't want to use the analog stick to move freely, Armature even added support for teleportation, as well as room scale movement so that you can explore the environment with natural motion. And of course, one of our top priorities is to ensure the experience is comfortably played while seated, and with a ton of comfort options at your disposal to try out. As I mentioned earlier, RE4 debuted on GameCube 16 years ago, so you might be wondering, how in the world are we bringing the core systems from the original over to Quest 2? Well, first, it takes passion. The teams at Oculus Studios, Armature, and Capcom are all longtime fans of the game who are accepting only the best results. And it takes time. We've been working on this title for a couple years now, and just carefully and reverently making changes that will make your experience feel both fresh and nostalgic. Technically speaking, Armature is using core systems from the original RE4 to drive gameplay and systems, but they've remastered art. Over 4,500 textures have either been repainted or up-resed. World geometry has been adjusted to work in stereoscopic 3D, and enemy behaviors and attacks have been balanced around the player's new perspective to increase mobility in VR. They've also improved support for running the game at a higher frame rate than the original 30 frames per second, and fixed many bugs that the 60 FPS versions of the game had. Now, while Armature has adjusted a number of things for VR, some things just haven't needed to change. Character animations have been faithfully converted to Unreal Engine 4 and remain untouched from the original source material. And all cutscenes will be presented in their original format. If you're a fan of the survival horror genre like me, you've likely played, or tried to play, a lot of scary games in VR. Now, RE4 isn't known for being the scariest in the Resident Evil franchise, but it is scarier and more suspenseful in VR thanks to spatial audio and immersive interactivity. Armature has manipulated aspects of the original RE4 audio data and have used it instead as 3D spatial sound. So when you hear noises like crows, voices, and creaks, you're going to want to turn your head to see if there's a threat. They've also made sure that audio telegraphs from enemies to indicate which direction they're attacking from. So where on console you might have heard a Ganado approaching and rather calmly press buttons to reload and prepare a takedown, in VR, you're checking your ammo, you're scrambling to load a mag. And if you drop it, you're only adding to the stress and suspense of the situation by needing to physically correct your mistakes. You'll be living in the moment, carefully tracking ammo and inventory, relying on your senses for success more than you've ever done before. I'll leave you with this. A huge part of the RE4 fame was the elaborate cinematics that sell and tell the story. But once you come out of a cinematic in VR and find yourself face to face with the boss, the experience is totally different.
And also another very cool upcoming Oculus Quest game is I Expect You to Die 2. Looks great, the first one was such a great game and had quite few very fun updates as well. Shell Games delivered very fun, light-hearted, maybe quite funny spy experience, and from I Expect You to Die 2, I expect bigger and better things. Okay, before I go, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. Enjoy I Expect You to Die 2 trailer, and that's it, bye.
Welcome back, Agent. It's time to get back into the field. There's been an uptick in Zoraxis activity, so you've got a lot of work to do. We're counting on your skill and cunning. And this time, Agent, you must be ready for anything. Or anyone.
From one imposter to another. Break a leg.